1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay, let's try it again. I'm Pete Palestina, former supervisor here in Northampton Township, and I'm the coordinator of the Patriot's Flag program, as well as a member of the Veterans Ad Hoc Advisory Committee. I will be your MC this evening, and at this time I would call upon Supervisors Vice Chairman Barry Moore for welcoming remarks. Barry?
Thank you, everybody. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Northampton Township Supervisors, I would like to welcome everyone to our tribute to the American flag and all it represents. We put this program together so that residents can properly dispose of old and worn-out American flags that have served their duty. I would like to make a lot of thank yous tonight. I'd like to start off with my fellow supervisors, George Kalamowski, Larry Weinstein, Dr. Kimberly Rose, and Chairman Eileen Silver, who unfortunately could not be here this evening and asked me to substitute for her. I also want to thank the township staff, especially Lisa Russo, Fire Marshal Frank Fenton, and Gary Crossland of the Public Works Department for all their help. I also want to thank Nancy Alpalka and Betty Sally from Parks and Recs. In addition, I want to thank our volunteer fire company, who is also celebrating their 100th year anniversary this year. Also, I want to thank our guest speaker. Our guest speaker tonight, I want to have a special thanks to Congressman Michael Fitzpatrick, who will be properly introduced later. And also I want to acknowledge guests here tonight, PA State Senator Tommy Tomlinson. Representative Scott Petrie is not here tonight, I guess. He's not here yet. Not here yet, but hopefully Scott will be here shortly. And also County Commissioner Chairman Rob Loughery. So I have a few more thank yous. I also want to do special thanks to our color guard from the Marine Corps League Patriot Detachment, number 1230, which is based in Richboro. And tonight we'll be entertained by the Bucksmont Squires of Song, and I want to thank them for their efforts tonight. And then, importantly, I also want to thank the Boy Scouts from Troop Number 5 in Churchville, which are led by Assistant Scoutmaster Aaron Scarfinis. Also, I want to thank the Gasper Landscaping for the potted plants, which you'll notice along the side there, and also Lynn Kelleher, who provided the flags tonight. And a special thanks to, at this time, again, thanks to all, and at this time I'd like to turn it over to our Master of Ceremonies, Pete Palestina.
Thank you, Barry. Barry, my bad, not yours. It's the Assistant Scoutmaster, Mike Babenko. Sorry about that, man. As I've done each year in recent memory, I'd like to read with you the passage on the second page of your brochure that was written by Marine Corps Master Sergeant Percy Webb, entitled "I Am Old Glory," and which I believe sums up what our flag is all about. For more than 10 score years, I have been the banner of hope and freedom for generation after generation of Americans. Born amid the first flames of America's fight for freedom, I am the symbol of a country that has grown from a little group of 13 colonies to a united nation of 50 sovereign states. Planted firmly on the high pinnacle of American faith, my gently fluttering folds have proved an inspiration to untold millions. Men have followed me into battle with unwavering courage. They have looked upon me as a symbol of national unity. They have prayed that they and their fellow citizens might continue to enjoy the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness which have been granted to every American as the heritage of free men. So long as men love liberty more than life itself, so long as they treasure the priceless privileges brought with the blood of our forefathers, so long as the principles of truth, justice, and charity for all remain deeply rooted in human hearts, I shall continue to be the enduring banner of the United States of America. originally written by Master Sergeant Percy Webb, United States Marine Corps. With all that's happening in the world today, especially in Afghanistan, Iraq before that, and other hostile areas, we need to take some time to reflect on what this country is all about, and the men and women who have fought and died for, and those who are fighting and even dying today for what this flag of America represents. So let us reflect in all of this as we go through tonight's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I call upon the color guard for the presentation of the colors, after which the Bucksmont Squires will sing the national anthem. Color guard. Now the Bucksmont Squires will sing the national anthem. Now would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The color guard can now be dismissed. Thank you, color guard. And now the Bucksmont Squires will sing "This Is My Country."
Difference
And now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Congressman Michael Fitzpatrick. Congressman Fitzpatrick is a lifelong resident of Bucks County, where he has been an active member of his community for decades. Mike graduated from Bishop Egan High School in Fairless Hills and earned his bachelor's degree while working his way through St. Thomas University in Miami. In 1988, he graduated from Penn State's Dickinson School of Law. In 1995, Mike was appointed as a Bucks County Commissioner, where he served for 10 years and fought to preserve over 11,000 acres of beautiful farmland, parkland, and critical natural areas. Locally, he worked successfully to bring the National Veterans Cemetery to Bucks County. His first time in Congress was 2005 and 2006, and then he returned to Congress again in 2011. We are glad, and I know he is, to be with us today because as an Eagle Scout, Mike has remained active in scouting and is a past president of the Bucks County Council of the Boy Scouts of America. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Congressman Mike Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Pete. Good evening. It is really great to be here, to see so many familiar and friendly faces, and I want to thank the Northampton Township Supervisors and the citizens of Northampton Township for your absolute dedication and loyalty to the annual recognition and celebration of our nation's flag. There are, of course, many national holidays. Very few townships honor our flag with the Flag Day celebration and retirement the way Northampton Township does it, and always with Troop 5 of Churchville, Northampton Township, to perform the retirement ceremony. So in a moment here, we are going to see and witness the right way and the respectful way to retire an American flag that the Troop 5, the Boy Scouts of America, will show us. And I want to recognize my Scoutmaster of many years ago, Mr. Ray Peacock, who is here, who showed me how to retire a flag, and I want to thank Mr. Peacock for what you did for me and the other Scouts of Troop 124 many years ago. So we're here to respectfully retire the flag, and in doing so, pay tribute to our nation and our nation's veterans who have followed our nation's flag into battle. They've served it here, stateside, wearing the flag on their uniforms. They followed the flag into battle. You know, Peter, our MC and former supervisor, proud Marine, member of the Patriot Detachment, who's here, and he just mentioned to me that we have an Iwo Jima soldier, Marine, Mr. Henry Apice, who's here. Is Mr. Apice here? I want to thank you for your service. The veterans of the big one, WW2, they're leaving us at a rapid pace, and they were described, of course, in Dan Rather's book as the greatest generation for very good reason. And the younger generation, who sometimes, you know, we have a tendency in America to talk down at generations coming forward, but they've learned about, and I've worked with Troop 5 and the other young kids in Bucks County, and these are great kids, and they're worthy of the celebration we're about to see. They're worthy of the liberties and the freedoms that Mr. Apice and his generation fought for. But I just want to say this, many of the younger generation have not had a chance to meet somebody like Mr. Apice, and so I would invite you after the ceremony to go up and please talk to him and thank him for his service. But many in the younger generation actually learned about World War II and the Normandy invasion, which we just recognized and commemorated the 70th anniversary, but just less than 2 weeks ago. They learn about it in movies, and hopefully movies that properly and accurately depict what actually happened, that serious time, that service and sacrifice. And, you know, I remember in watching that movie, toward the end, when it was Captain Miller, played by, of course, Tom Hanks, and in his dying breath was telling Private Ryan, he said, "Earn this." And Private Ryan couldn't hear what he said at first, and he pulled him closer. He said, "Earn this." And of course, you remember that the movie sort of began and ended with an elderly Private Ryan asking his family, have I lived a good life? He was asking, have we actually earned the sacrifice of so many who come before us? And I'm here to say to the younger generation that we all, that was not a admonition, that was not a mission for Private Ryan. Certainly it was being handed to him, but it's a mission for every one of us. Have we earned what the flag stands for? Have we lived up to our obligations as an American citizen, living in a free and great nation? Have we lived up to everything that Mr. Peace has fought for, that the Marines standing before us have sacrificed for? They're here, but they were literally under our flag, willing to lay down their lives in a very biblical way. Lay down your lives so that others can live. It's what they were willing to do for us. And I believe this younger generation, they understand that. They're here tonight to retire the flag with us, but they understand, and in understanding their history and their responsibilities, they have earned it. June 14th, of course, that's the day we typically talk about flag and the day we retire the flag, because on that day in 1777, my predecessors in the Continental Congress passed something called the Original Flag Act. And it was the act of the Constitutional Congress that described what the symbol of our nation would look like, that it would have 13 stars and 13 stripes and a field of blue. And it wasn't long after that that three of the original Patriots, one being General Washington, one being Robert Morris from Bucks County, and there's a town named after him today, Morrisville, went to visit Betsy Ross to describe for her what the Continental Congress wanted that flag to look like, and ask her to put it together for them. And ever since then, as I said, it has followed, led and followed our troops into battle all over the globe. It is essentially, the flag is our face of our nation. It's what we represent, representing patriotism and our way of life in the United States of America. We fly it over public buildings, we fly it on public grounds, we hoist it on flag poles, we wear it on our lapels. But it's obviously more than just a piece of cloth. It's significantly symbolic because it stands for the United States Constitution, it stands for the Declaration of Independence, it stands for the Bill of Rights, it stands for the very greatness of our nation. We cannot forget that after 9/11, a lone flag snapped in the wind and dust over the destroyed World Trade Center, not far from this place up in New York City. Our flag was everywhere. It was on cars and trucks and bridges. It became a symbol of our defiance and determination in the face of evil. No one orchestrated the resurgence of patriotism after that attack on September 11, 2001. It was there all along. It was in our blood. It was as red as the red in the flag that we see today. And the meaning of the colors comes from very ancient traditions. White stripes are likened to the sun's rays, while closest to the heavens are the stars. The red represents the robustness and valor of our nation. White for the innocence and purity that was the new nation. And blue is the color of vigilance, and it's the color of justice. We appreciate the rich history of our country, and of course our county of Bucks and Northampton Township, where the early settlers and modern-day residents proudly served their country in many wars and conflicts, even as back as 1776 and 1777 during the Revolutionary War, our war for independence. We can all be proud of that, and we can be proud of the role of the original Patriots from Bucks County, to the current-day Patriots, Mr. Appice, to those who currently serve us. And I just met a young Afghan war vet in the parking lot here tonight who stopped in to see how we were doing. We can be proud of all their roles in defending the principles on which our country was founded and for which our flag represents. So as the flag is the symbol of the United States of America, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights, these are historic documents. They set us apart from the rest of the world, as does our flag. Today, we can reignite the pride and patriotism we have, and we can take inspiration from our history and those who lived and died protecting the flag and our way of life. We greatly respect our flag. It is, as I said in the beginning, more than a mere piece of cloth. We don't wear it, walk on it, or toss the tattered ones in the trash. And that's why we're here today, to pay respect to the flag, even in its final moments tonight as we retire many of them. So thanks for being here as faithful citizens of our country and our township. God bless America, and happy Flag Day to each one of you.
Thank you, Mike, for your inspiring remarks. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my father's here. He's a sailor from World War II, South Palestina. Thanks for being here. And probably too numerous to mention, we have several other veterans here from the Korean War and the Vietnam conflict, as well as probably today's conflict. So thank you all for coming here, and thank you for your service. I'd like to ask Senator Tomlinson if he would like to make some short remarks, and then followed by Commissioner Loughery.
Thank you, Pete. Thanks very much for inviting me here tonight. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you to honor Flag Day and actually honor the symbol of this country. We just came through Memorial Day, honoring our veterans who gave their life for this flag. We just had the 70th anniversary of D-Day, where 150,000 brave soldiers lost their lives on D-Day. Now we're at Flag Day, and I can't help but think that when I was a young man, it was the World War II veterans that we would see on Memorial Day, and most of those gentlemen and ladies are gone. But they went out and fought for this great country, for this flag, for the freedoms and the liberty that it affords us, to give us these great opportunities. And we're really lucky. I'm happy to see these young men from the Scouts here today, because, as Mike Fitzpatrick says, we have to fight for our values of this country. We have to fight for our freedoms, because there's people that don't agree with us. People don't like this flag, they don't like this country, they don't like our freedoms, they don't like seeing our young ladies get educations, they don't like people thinking for themselves. They're despots, they're tyrants. We fought them in World War II, in Germany, in Europe. We fought them in the South Pacific, and we're fighting them again. Every battle we've ever fought, we've had to fight again. We fought it for this country, to preserve our freedoms, to preserve our way of life. And we're a very, very lucky nation. You know, most representative democracies don't last but about 200 years. Eventually some dictator, some despot, some guy who thinks he's got all the answers tries to take over the world. And every time that's happened, this country stood up and fought for it. And we didn't fight for it we didn't storm the beaches of Normandy so we could take over Europe. Our soldiers came home. They didn't want to stay there. They would come home and build their lives. And what did they do? They built Levittown. They built churches. They built little leagues. They built scouting groups to pass on this great spirit that we have in this country, these great values that we enjoy and we take for granted in many instances. But we have to fight for it every time, and we're fighting for it right now. Pete Palestine is absolutely right. There's people who do not want us to have the life we have. They're jealous, they're envious, and they think they have the right idea, and they don't. We've been very, very fortunate. Our forefathers passed this on to us. We're here to pass it on to another generation, only to tell them that it's not free, and everybody doesn't agree with you. But we are absolutely incredibly lucky to be in the greatest country in the history of the world, but we have to fight for it every decade, every year. So to those young people that are here in the Scouts, it's so glad to see you. It's so glad to be with you. We're passing it on to you, but with the perseverance that we've had in the past, with the dedication of our citizens and our military and our veterans, this country will continue to be free, continue to afford the opportunities, continue to provide a wonderful life for all its citizens. God bless you all.
Thanks, Tom. Rob, a few words?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. I just would like to pick up actually on some of the comments Congressman Fitzpatrick made in the beginning about Northampton Township and doing this event, and how not many townships are recognizing Flag Day today, let alone this type of ceremony. So I would like to thank the Board of Supervisors, the present board, the past members, and Peter for doing this every year, because it's really important. I think a lot of us know in our hearts when we see the flag what it means to us, what it stands for in terms of liberty and freedom. But understanding, learning how to respect it, the proper protocols that we're going to see here tonight, we don't get exposed to that often unless we are in the Scouts or in the military, or if we've been with someone who's been in the Scouts or in the military, and we get to learn it that way. I know for myself personally, I was exposed to it at a young age in the Scouts, and that was probably the first time that I had learned about the proper etiquette with the flag, and then I had the opportunity in the military to learn the proper etiquette and taking care of the flag, and we'll see some of that tonight. I remember it was, I had an ROTC scholarship, and I remember my freshman year when I just started. I'd already been on campus for a couple of weeks for summer football camp, and was real excited that school started because it meant I didn't have to get up early anymore for football camp. But I showed up for ROTC, got our uniform that end of that day, got a detail for flag detail, found out on Monday morning I had to wake up and be at the flag post at the campus at 6 a.m. for flag raising. And I'm thinking, oh man, are you kidding me? And I had it twice a week, and of course as a freshman we always had the early things. Well, I sit here today and think about what that meant then to me now, and it's pretty incredible to be able to be part of a flag raising, to taking the flag down. And I was also fortunate through my life to have my grandfather, who is still with me today, who is a World War II veteran, who was an Eagle Scout. Throughout my life, he gave me exposure to what it meant to respect the flag, to salute the flag, to put the flag away, and even to this day, he's 89 years old. He will correct me if I'm not doing something proper with the flag if he sees it at our house. So I share that because I want to thank Northampton Township for doing this, for the Scouts, for the veterans that are here today, that we can understand what it means to really respect our flag. We know what it means for our country, we know what it means for us, but to just have this proper protocol, to be here to respect our flag, to take time out like that, I would like to thank the Board of Supervisors here at Northampton Township for doing that, for everyone that's here today, and especially the Scouts that are here and our veterans. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Rob. I'd like to give a special thank you to our singers, the Bucksmont Squire of Songs, led tonight by, I guess, Tom Ferguson and Aaron Fox, both. They do a terrific job, and if anyone's interested in hiring them for events, you can call Aaron Fox at 267-549-2417 or email them at bucksmontsquires@gmail.com. Now, to conclude the singing portion of the program, the Squires will sing God Bless America. That will be followed by the singing of Your Grand Old Flag, after which the Scouts will begin their ceremony portion for the disposal of the flags. Squires.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains and to the prairies and on to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home. in comes the stealing, and it sets my brain a-reeling when I'm listening to the music of a military band. Every tune like Yankee Doodle simply sets me off my noodle. It's that patriotic something that no one can understand. Red, white, and blue, I am for you. Honest, you're a grand old flag. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag, but should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Red, white, and blue, I am for you. Keep your eye on the grand old flag. Grand old
Thank you very much, Squires. And now I'm going to turn the program over to the Scout portion, and I think probably, in my opinion, the best Boy Scout troop in Northampton, troop number 5. So I'd like to call up Mike Babenko, Assistant Scoutmaster, and his troops, and turn it over to you guys. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Tonight, Scouts from Troop 5 in Churchville are pleased to again participate in Township's annual Flag Day ceremony. Thank you, Mr. Palestina, for again having us. I checked our troops' records, and it appears that we have been doing this ceremony with the Township since 2005. Scouting is a boy-led organization, so at this point, please allow me to introduce the leader of our troop, Sean Healy, Senior Patrol Leader of Troop 5, who will begin the flag retirement ceremony.
We are here today to honor the symbol of our country and retire a flag which has served its useful life as a symbol of freedom and our country. I am your flag. I was born on June 14, 1777. I am more than just a piece of cloth shaped into a colorful design. I am the silent sentinel of freedom for the greatest sovereign nation on earth. I am the inspiration for which American patriots have given their lives and fortunes. I am the emblem of America. I have led your sons into battle from Valley Forge to Vietnam. I have been there through the Civil War, 2 World Wars, at Gettysburg, the Gulf War, and now Iraq. All of them. I was there with George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Franklin Roosevelt, and John F. Kennedy, and I'm here with you now.
When comes the time that I am old, faded, and faded, do not let me fly in disrepair. Rather, retire me from my duties, only to replace me with a new flag, so that I may continue to symbolize our country. As you can see, this banner of freedom before you is worn, tattered, and soiled from use and age. She has flown proudly over the years and has done her job well. But now she must be replaced with a new flag to properly represent this great nation of ours.
Okay, so now we're going to bring up a flag, which we're going to do the portion of Scout salute. 2.
The flag of our nation should always be a strong, vivid symbol of our land and fly proudly in our minds.
Our flag is a symbol of our people, our freedom, and our strength. So it is now that we commit this flag, which no longer can fulfill these duties, to the fires so that we may replace it with a new flag to properly symbolize our nation. May the spirit of this flag be born again in a new flag.
I am your flag. I appear in many places, I have taken many forms, and I have been called many names. I was authorized by Congress in 1818, in the form you see now, and have remained unchanged, except to add a new star each day, July 4th, after a new state joined the Union, until I reach my present number of 50. I am more than red, white, and blue cloth shaped into a design. I am the silent sentinel of freedom. People from every country know me on sight. Many countries love me as you do. Other countries look upon me with contempt because they do not allow the freedom of democracy that I represent. I am strong, and the people of America have made me strong. My strength comes from your willingness to help those that are in need. You strive for world peace and stand ready to fight oppression. You feed starving children. You offer a home to anyone who will pledge allegiance to you. You sons gather beneath me to offer their lives on battlefields to preserve the liberty I represent.
Scouts are some of my favorite people. I listen to your flag pledges at each gathering, and you learn how to raise and lower me as you grow through your ranks. I appreciate the tender care you give me. I feel your love and respect when you raise your 3-finger salute as I pass. Now I am tired, and it's time for me to rest in the sacred flames which you now tend. Only you scouts and my veterans possess the honor needed to bring me to a proper end. To set my spirit loose, first cut the blue field away from my stripes.
Seven red stripes, 6 white stripes together represent the original 13 colonies that gained us liberty. The stars that represent the 50 sovereign states of our union. The blue is for truth and justice, like the eternal blue of the star-filled heavens.
The red stripes remind us of the lifeblood of brave men and women who were ready to die for this country. The white stripes remind us of purity, of purpose, thought, word, and deed. Now I am just a memory, but if there is a tear in your eye or a lump in your throat, if you felt a shiver in your spine as you watched me burn, then I'll be back the next time you need me, and my colors will be fresh and bright, and my edges will not be tattered anymore. When I climb to the top of the flagpole, I will wave at you, and remember the love and respect you showed me here this evening. Thank you. So as we light the fire, we're going to place the blue fields separately from the stripes, and that's how we're going to retire. Thank you.
Yeah, the first that strikes that time, right? A lot of them are guys who accountability. That was cool. Right off. You got another one, trying to get the better and take it right off.
Thank you.
I have to check my flares and buy new ones. That's wrong.
Same thing on this one too.
They're emergency flares. I gotta carry my car all the time, but you know what? I better go get new ones. They probably get down. Doesn't take much. That's why I gotta keep them sealed and wrapped in plastic. You've got enough humidity to pass this to could affect them. Yeah. Hey, I got a match. I'm gonna borrow Pete's cigarette lighter. Yeah. I can't get it anymore. I think I better ask the Boy Scouts if they got any. They're always prepared. That's a shame.
Let's see where the wind blows. I don't want to be around that.
Aren't we supposed to put those in the same bucket though?
I put the nylon.
I'm going to have to check my flares in my car and buy new ones.
Yeah.
Those things got damp.
Put them in that container, but who knows?
Well, that builds up humidity.
Yeah. That's the fire making that noise.
Yeah, they're flares.
Yeah.
I mean, nylon. You got separate nylon, but the stripes like white, red, and they go to black line. Yeah, it's fabric. If it feels really slick or silky, that's a nylon. You can't burn it. It don't matter, just put it in. Get something.
Remember Dick Tracy? This is Dick Tracy's brother.
It's like
You live in Ann's Choice? That's what he does. You do? I know. That's great. Singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention it earlier, these potted plants are compliments of Gasper Landscaping. You can take them home with you, take as many as you need, or one.
When I can start filming.
I think we're done.
Pete? Hey, Pete, keep running.
We didn't have anything in to do with the design.
Walter Kononenko. Yes.
Name's William Water.
You can? And your first name?
Mine's Bill.
Bill Tracy. Very nice. You hired him soon? He's good. Keep it up. No. He has a mustache like he trained. So you guys sing without a company? In church without. Where's the church? Well, we'll be singing in Yonkers.
What are you going to do with those?
Hmm?
What church?
What are you going to do with them?
We're going to upload it to YouTube. For, Marine Corps League will upload it to the
Marine Corps.
the Marine Corps League.
Oh, is that you belong to?
Well, they do, but I'm just helping them out there, and we're just going to put it on the YouTube, and then it'll be on Facebook too.
It's nice and light.
Yeah,
Not like the old time.
it's not my camera, but it's Pete's. No, these things are great now. I mean, it's amazing the quality you get out of these.
Sorry.
No.
What do you call it?
I have no idea. No idea. I'm just using it. It's I don't even know what kind it is, to tell you the truth.
So we're keeping up the culture.
Pretty handy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy one of these, something like it anyway. It's got a big screen on it and everything else. So I'll have to keep it on there, see?
Oh, yeah.
That's a decent sized screen.
Yes, it is.
You can tell it's filming that's up here, the red.
That was great.
Yeah,
Thank you so
it was.
much. That was wonderful.
I'm glad you enjoyed us.
That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
We got it all on sound here, so I would love to. I turned it around and I got everybody waving the flags, and
It was great. It was
so I can't wait to see when Pete uploads it.
Well, you did a good job over at the Memorial Day. That was. You remember how Memorial Day you were doing it? That was good.
Yeah, but I like this one because we got the people with the flags that like this. And with the singing going on in the background by them.
That was really.
You know, they were great. You guys were great.
Thank you.
Over here with you guys. Who's this all?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. And how old are you?
What's that?
Yeah, that's what I do. What's that? What?
Okay.
Oh, over here. You and Willis?
Let's go.
If it feels silky, whatever, that's gonna be nylon. Yes.
Right now.
We have to make them all by the fire. It's pretty cold.
It is getting cold.
It's warmer here, actually. I can even feel it, though. Wow.
The wheel starts getting going.
I've been shaking the whole time, actually. Seriously. So here I
Cool
am. I'm telling you, it's like winter.
It changes every day. It's like humid and cold.
Wow.
That's how you get sick.
My one back away from the barrel again. Where are we putting on now? Let's put them in that Township's gonna take.
Now the wind's blowing that way.
This bag here. And we got another bag here.
All over.
Nylon just got stuff in a separate bag right now. We got 2 bags in here.
She's like some hot dogs. Stick and reached it.
Well, let me get a little closer every time. I can feel the heat. So.
Yeah, but you don't want that smoke blowing in your face. Fortunately, the burning just cloth, but there's flares down there. I don't want to be inhaling anything from the flare.
There you go.
Yeah, it's shifting again.
Keep these leftover programs?
Can or get rid of them.
You have an extra one there that we just, can I take a couple of those? Hey, oops.
I'll take one. Here you go.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
Use it for next year too.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're gonna. If they have it next year, they would read the same thing. I would think so.
Scan it and then upload it in the computer.
There you go. Yeah, you said recycle everything.
Then you can print it anytime you want.
That's the power of the computer, right? The technology.
I can only figure that stuff out.
Someday I'll get a little thing like that.
This is Pete's.
Pete?
Yeah.
I've been wanting something like that.
And what you do is you just get that cord and then you hook it up here, and then the big side, you hook it up right to your computer.
Okay.
That's how you upload it.
See you now.
All right, thanks again. See that?
Yeah.
So,
I see that.
yeah, that's the narrow one, and then the other side of the cord is the large one, and then that just plugs right into the side of your computer.
Okay. Well,
and then you just upload it from the computer from there.
I'm gonna try and get everything like that. A computer, a laptop, and everything kind of to.
Yeah.
Right, to keep up with it.
So they work out fine. You got behind you.
Behind you.
Behind you.
I love the one where they say name the founding fathers and they say Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was a great president, but he wasn't founding father. What's your name, hon? Nice to meet you, Jordan. How are you?
Hey, man. All right, thanks again. All right, thank
Filming
you.
like a, like you're Steven Spielberg, huh?
Pete wants me. Pete wants this. No, that's okay.
See you, Jay. Take care, buddy.
Well, these are the lessons. I mean, I can remember when I was a kid, I didn't take it too seriously, the parades and that. I remember the veterans, and I remember the, and then of course as I got older, you understand it.
What do you remember? We went to Gettysburg last year. No, I don't.
Well, that was a great anniversary last year.
Grandpa's.
Great anniversary.
Grandpa's story.
Great anniversary. Take a tour, you get it.
Not on horseback, yeah.
You had a wonderful trip.
We did. That was so neat.
That's a great trip. I've always wanted to do that. I
Oh,
never
we gotta
had.
do it.
Okay. Right. Go ahead.
Well, this is the tradition, huh?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
I guess I don't get when they were holding the flag up on the stage, why they had the stars in the blue field on the right instead of the left.
It's just part of the way it's done, the procedure. When you cut it down,
That's right. Okay, then they cut it
you know,
down. Okay, gotcha.
cut the blue first. I'll see you, Tommy. Hey.
See you, buddy. Thanks a lot.
You gonna have any more campaign literature out?
We don't, actually, we don't have anything right now.
No, it's right there. It's a little early right now.
It's a little early, but we'll get it.
Yeah, I can just swing by and
Sure. We'll let you know when it
Thanks. Yeah.
No, I'm watching the plane. They're really doing a good job now.
Semper Fi.
Fire's in better control than it was last year.
We might be able to sneak some hot dogs. They should.
No, they've asked me sometimes, but
It's a good idea.
I'm still smelling the smell. I guess all my clothes have to be cleaned.
Once you shut that, just picking up your voice, whatever conversation.
Oh, shut. Right there.